Hello, welcome to this D.N.A talk. My name is Alex Thevaranjan. I'm an accounting faculty member at Syracuse University. And in the first day of my class, I teach a course that I like to title as Accounting for Entrepreneurs. So I ask my students, why do people want to get rich and get there fast? And very soon they would say something like, well, then money can buy you whatever you have a desire for, and that money will make you happy. Then I say, there's no question money will bring you immediate happiness. But can money bring you lasting happiness? What about you? Do you think money can bring you the lasting happiness that your hearts cry for? Then I get them to say, guys, don't chase money. Let me show you how you can find lasting happiness. And I say, find your D.N.A. Find your D.N.A. in an accounting class. What are you talking about? They call me Coach T. And I say, there is a dream within you that's crying to come out. And if you would discover that dream, and you would find, you will achieve that lasting happiness. So how do you discover that dream? Picture three intersecting circles. The first circle is the D circle, your deep down desires. You see that your desires deep down, I'm not talking about the surface level desires. If you look deep within, those things that makes you sad, that makes you mad, that makes you glad, that it never left away, and you see somebody else doing something, your heart cries out, yeah, that's what you should be doing. That deep down desire is pointing to your dream. And if you would find that dream, you're going to be happy because you'll be doing something that you're deeply passionate about. But you see, the second circle is the N circle. The N stands for needs. That you also want to meet a need in the marketplace. And so you want to find a need that intersects with your desires because you can't meet every need. So now you're going to be happy for another reason. You will feel good that you are meeting a need in society. There are many needs in society, that they are all crying out for a young leader like you to come and do something about it. The third circle is the A circle. It's your assets, it's your abilities, it's your achievements are an indication of your unique abilities, those resources that are unique to you. That's pointing to that dream that lies within you. For example, in my case, that the fact that I'm a tenured professor, it gives me a lot of flexibility to do other things. I have a 10-bedroom house right on Syracuse University. That's pointing to that. I am a dual citizen, a citizen of USA and a citizen of Sri Lanka. So I'm able to do things in Sri Lanka that just another US citizen cannot do. So you see, your assets point to your dreams, your deep down desires point to your dreams, the needs out there is pointing to your dreams. So in summary, if you would search for a need, that you have the desire and the assets to meet it, and then you pursue that with a passion, and you will find lasting happiness. And Jim Collins, in his great book, Good to Great Organizations, he gives this parable of a hedgehog. You know, in a jungle there was a hedgehog and a fox. The fox laid its eyes on the hedgehog and said, that would be nice lunch one day. So the day comes and the hedgehog comes and the fox just, attacks him face to face. But you know what the hedgehog did? It was quick to pull its body in, spikes out, and fox was bleeding. Fox was angry. Said, I know how to get this hedgehog. He waited for another day. He's hungry and he's angry now. He says, look, this fellow has the ice in front, I'll attack him from the back. And he waited till the little fellow go in front, and he comes from the back. Guess what happened? This time also, Hedgehog pulled his body in, spikes out, Fox was bleeding. Now he's really mad. But he said, look, I'm Fox. I got many ideas. All right, this fellow is quick to act. But he doesn't know about gravity. So I'll stand on top of a tree, and when he comes underneath, I will use the force of gravity to get him. And he's really mad. And the day comes. The poor little fellow, he's just walking, not knowing the trouble he's going to run into. And the fox cannot wait to eat and take revenge at this little hedgehog. And he goes underneath. And the fox just falls like that. Guess what happened? Hedgehog pulled his body in, spikes out. Fox was bleeding again. So, whether the fox came from the front or the back or the top or the right or the left, the fox couldn't beat hedgehog in its game, because the hedgehog knew in a dangerous jungle like this, a small animal like me, the only thing I have going for me is my spikes. And it mastered the use of spikes and its reaction speed to protect itself. And no fox, with all its bright ideas, were able to get to the hedgehog. Then Jim Collins calls it the hedgehog concept. And he says, how about you? Are you like a fox or a hedgehog? Can I tell you? Find your DNA, find that niche of yours, and then excel in it. Go after it. And Jim Collins confirms this D.N.A. model. And he says, good to great organizations ask some similar questions. The main difference is, he says, they asked, what are we deeply passionate about? They didn't want to do anything that they didn't have passion for. Then they said, what can we be the best in the world at? And it's only when you use your assets, you will be good at what you do. Then the third question, apparently these companies that went from good to great asked was, what will bring us economic resources? What I say, you meet a need, the economic resources will come. It's easy to see, you meet the need of the rich, they'll buy your product. You say, Professor Alex, how can, if I meet the needs of some poor people in Africa, how would I get resources? I tell you, you involve your desires and assets and come up with bright ideas. There are organizations and donors will back you up, will give you the donations to meet that. So, be like a hedgehog. Find your niche, find your DNA, find a need that is in line with your desires and assets, and you will have lasting happiness. And pursuit of happiness is an American ideal. And go after it and be a true American. Thank you.